Galaxy Chocolate, owned by Mars Inc., have spoken this week of the size of their smooth chocolate milk bars decreasing, joining many other brands in a shrinkflation trend. My name is Jack Rivas and we are back today with another episode of Tax Tidbits, where the size of Galaxy bars have been reduced from 110 grams to 100 grams, while remaining at the same price. A UK spokesperson for Mars has said it was not a decision taken lightly, but it was necessary due to the growing pressures to absorb the rising costs of raw materials and operations. It has been reported that 2/3 of shoppers have noticed shrinkflation on everyday products, some other examples being Penguin multi-packs now containing one less biscuit and Quality Street tubs which have shrunk from 650 grams to 600 grams. This practice is legal, but many shoppers feel these strategies are underhanded as the reductions are not clear to consumers. On the subject of shopping, the boss of Aldi in the UK, Giles Hurley, has said that the cost of living crisis has changed shopping habits for good, as shoppers are buying more own label products than branded products. The vast majority of the products Aldi sell are own label, and they are added nearly 1 million more customers in the last 12 months, with 2/3 of UK households now shopping with the chain. It's just a question of whether these habits will remain once the cost of living crisis is over. Last week we waited with bated breath as the Bank of England was expected to raise interest rates for the 15th time in a row, but surprisingly they announced that rates were being kept at 5.25%. Many people are hoping this will mark a turning point for inflation, especially after a drop in inflation was reported for August, as we reported on last week. However, they have made it clear that there are no plans to reduce interest rates anytime soon, with Bank Governor Andre Bailey stating this would be very premature. Rising costs of the HS2 project has led to speculation around its future this week, including whether the government plans to scrap the Birmingham to Manchester line. The project had faced delays, cost increase and cuts, with suggestions that costs could now eventually exceed 100 billion. There are mixed opinions on the idea of scrapping the Manchester line, with some saying it will short-change future generations and some suggesting money would be better spent connecting northern cities and improving local transport. We shouldn't have to wait too long though, with an announcement expected either after the annual conference at the start of October or as part of the autumn statement in November. Last week, our Prime Minister Rishi Sunak announced some big changes to the government's green commitments, which are designed to allow us to meet international net zero targets. One announcement was the ban on selling new petrol and diesel cars will be pushed back from 2030 to 2035, giving time for electric vehicles and infrastructure to be further developed and for their prices to drop. Additionally, the plans to force landlords to upgrade the energy efficiency of their properties have been scrapped in an effort to prevent landlords having to pay out large investments during the cost of living crisis. That concludes today's episode of Tax Tidbits. I hope you have enjoyed this week's news highlights. Please show your support by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. We look forward to having you with us again next Thursday.